All right, so I'm so excited to get the opportunity to help Miss Nikki learn how to connect the information that's in the Harmonic Scanner with MetaTrader 4 to use her cell phone to turn it into an ATM. So we're going to go to, now you can only do this if you're a member of IML. You have to be an active member of IML to have access to this tool. This tool is a proprietary tool to IML. It is our Harmonic Scanner. It's one of the things that's so amazing that we offer. It is a trading virtual assistant. So it's like a virtual assistant who is scanning the market to see what's going on. Now, today is Saturday, so the market is closed. So we won't be able to do live trades, but I just am trying to let her know how to do it and what information to find. So you go to imlharmonicscanner.com, and it's going to take you to the login page. You use your IML back office login information to get in, and then it'll pull up the Harmonic Scanner. This is the web scanner. This is not the downloaded MetaTrader 4 scanner that you can put on your computer, whether you have a PC or a Mac. But I'm doing this in order to allow you guys to see what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this particular trade because it's up. Even though the market is closed, you see right here, it says closed. If the signal was inactive, Nikki, what it would say is inactive. So for example, the signal had already, the trade had already run its course. It would say inactive. So you might see the pair and the information, but it'll say inactive, okay? That means don't go into that. So when the market is open, up here where it says closed, it'll say real time. Okay. It'll say real time. Now, what you are looking at right here, this is where it stopped. This is the real-time price when it stopped, when the market closed on Friday. That's what that is. It's highlighted in red. Now, when we touch over here, you're going to see the other thing in red is the stop loss. So I'm going to scoot this over so we can see the numbers. So here's your stop loss. It's in red and it's right here. It says stop at, okay? 145.584 is all you're going to be able to put in. Any pair that ends with JPY, the Japanese yen, you're only going to be able to go 3 spaces on the MetaTrader 4. So you can only put it into 3 spaces, even though the assistant takes it out more, okay? This pair is Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. We know this because it's up here, Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. This is on a 4-hour chart. What that means is each of these candlesticks took 4 hours to form. Okay. Each of these candlesticks took 4 hours to form. Okay.
So is that normally how long you leave a trade in?
No.
Okay.
No. It varies. So this is what you need to know. The H4 just tells how long it takes for each candlestick to form. If it said that it was an H1 or a 60, that would be like the 60-minute chart, okay? If it said M15, it would be a 15-minute chart, okay? So you've got the 15-minute chart, the 60-minute or 1-hour chart, the H4, the 4-hour chart, and the 1-day chart, okay? So just know that the longer the time, it can mean that it's going to take longer for you to see the results because each candle requires 4 hours to complete. Okay. So now we need to know the currency pair. So make sure that you write down what the currency pair is. Okay. This is a bat pattern. This is a bat pattern. And you can see how it looks like a bat. Okay. Now, the next information that you're going to need whether it is a buy or a sell, whether it is a limit, a stop, or a market execution, and what your take profit is. So you need to know whether it is a buy or a sell. Let me jot some little notes on here. buy or sell,
Mhm.
limit, stop, or market execution, okay,
Okay.
all right. You're going to need to know the currency pair. Then you need to know your stop loss or SL, take profit or TP, your entry price or EP,
Okay.
and your current price or CP. Okay.
Okay.
So these are pieces of information that we need. We need this information. So we know the currency pair. Let me switch this up. Let me change this order. Okay. We know the currency pair. And what's the currency pair?
GPP JPY.
Very good. What does that stand for?
I think is it Great Britain and I don't know.
It's the Great Britain pound and the Japanese yen.
Japanese. Okay.
Okay. Then we need to know whether it is a buy or a sell. Okay. So let me tell you what I tell my team when it comes to knowing whether it's a buy or a sell. Okay. So what I tell them is stop at the top. It's a sell. So if the stop were up here, it would be stop at the top. Yeah, stop at the top is a sell. Stop at the bottom is a buy. Stop at the top, sell. Stop at the bottom, buy. Now listen, that's not scientific trading terminology, but that's what works for me. So stop at top, sell. Stop at bottom, buy. Okay, does that make sense?
Enough. Yes.
Okay, so that's a quick way to know whether you've got a buy or a sell. So what is this particular pair doing? Is it a buy or is it a sell?
So it's at the bottom. So you want us to buy?
It's a buy. Okay, so that's the first thing that we need to know. What is it? So let me highlight this. Let me see. Okay, it's a buy. All right. So the next thing that we need to know is whether it is a limit, stop, or a market execution. Okay, limit, stop, or market execution. So how do we know that? How do we know that? Well, I'm going to tell you.
Thank you.
What limits and stops are pending orders. If it's a buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop, that's a pending order. Okay, so either you're going to have, hold on, let's see if I can get back in here. Hold on now. Let me reduce this. Okay, let me take it back. I don't know what happened. I did something. So let me take this text and I'll put it up here. Okay. So okay, limit and stop are pending orders. So either we're going to have a pending order or we're going to have a market execution. Now, let me tell you how we decide that. Okay. This is another one of the things that I do, right? I'm sharing some things with you that I do. Like, these are just things I do. Okay.
Okay.
So one of the things that I do, again, this is not scientific. Okay. But this is something that, you know, has helped my people. Okay, so let me do this. So when you're trying to determine whether it is a pending order or a market execution, you have to look at your text. Okay, oh, no, I want that in black. Your entry price versus your current price. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to look at our entry price versus our current price. Now, remember, right now, it's not changing because the market is closed, okay? And I'm going to see if I can put something in there that I need. Okay, so we're doing the entry price versus the current price. So what is the entry price right now? Where it says entry at
145.93774.
And we're going to do 937. Remember, it only goes 2 spaces.
Okay.
Okay. And then what is the current price? Remember, I said the current price is highlighted in red, and it's where it closed, where it was when the market closed. What is that? Can you see it?
Hey, I can't see it. Is it?
It's too small.
145. Yes.
145.955.
Yeah.
Okay. So whether you do a buy, because we said it was a buy, right? Whether you do a buy limit or a buy stop is going to depend on this relationship, the relationship between these two numbers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you how to think about these pending orders. So I need a new box for this. Okay. So this is, let me pull it up and make sure that I'm saying it correctly, because the last thing I want to do is say it incorrectly. Okay. So when you have a buy stop, you're going to have a buy stop or a buy limit, sell stop, or a sell limit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So with a buy stop, your entry price is going to be, let me see if I can draw. Pull this up. Draw. Put this down here. Your entry price, Lord, I got all the little arrows. I'm trying to turn it. Lord. Oh, is that, will that do it? I might have to use another thing. I don't have an arrow going the way that I need it to go.
So, Dr. V, if the market was open, how would you determine where the current price is?
It would be like this.
It would just still be in
It
red?
would highlight it.
Okay.
When you touch on these, it would highlight it. It'll pull up. When you touch over here, it'll pull up your stop loss, your entry price, your current price, and your take profits. Now, whether your current price is in red or in blue is determined by whether it is currently, whether it is going up or whether it's going down.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when it is going up, it is, hold on, because I want to make sure I say it right. When it is going up, it is red. When it is going down, it is blue. Is that right? Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on, because I really want to make sure I say this right. I had it. When it's going down, it's red. When it's going up, it's blue. Okay. So when it's in a sell, it's in red. When it's in a buy, it's in blue.
It's blue.
Okay. So in other words, when it is bearish, like bearing down, it's red. When it's bullish, like it's got its horns going up and it's pushing up, it's blue.
Okay.
Okay. So let me see. Okay. Annotate. I hate that I don't have this. I want to, let me see if I can just draw for myself. I want to draw for myself. Okay. Is that? Hold on. Let me erase that. Ah! Redo.
Oh, no.
Redo. Undo. Okay. Girl.
Awesome.
I'm going to need. Okay. So I need you to just imagine with me, okay? Because it's not really letting me draw like I want to draw.
Okay.
I really want like a pencil or something. Like, if the entry price is, there we go, above. Okay. If the entry price is above the, oh no, not a new box. The current price, it's a buy stop. In other words, your entry is up here, or let's say your entry is here and your price is down here. Then it's going to go up and you're going to tell it to keep going up, right? That's a buy stop. Okay. Let me move this over. Okay. Then I'm trying to see if I can swivel this. Okay. So if your entry price is above your current price, then that's a buy stop. If, on the other hand, your entry price is below your current price, then you have a buy limit. So what happens with the buy limit is, let's say your entry price is here, okay? And your current price is, or let's say your entry price is here and your current price is up here. You got to go down, hit the entry price, and go back up.
Okay.
All right. That's a buy limit.
Okay.
If, let me get back in here. Copy this piece. Okay. If you have a sale, and with your sale, your entry price is below your current price, it's a sell stop. So with a sell stop, well, why won't it let me draw? Okay, so if my entry price is below my current price, then it's a sell stop. So it's moving down. Let's say it's up here. Your current price is up here. And your entry price is down here. So you're going down. You're going to stop and hit that current price, their entry price, and then you're going to go on down. Sell stop. You're going to stop buy on your way down and activate. Buy stop. You're going to stop up on your way up and activate. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and you know this. Okay. So if a sell stop, your entry price is below your current price, what's the relationship between the entry price and the current price for a sell limit?
I don't know. So the sell stop is below, so the entry price is above the sell for the sell limit?
Yes, very good.
Oh God.
Very good.
So we first are determining which is it, it's a buy, if it's a buy or a sell, and then we're determining if it's a buy stop or buy limit or a sell stop or sell limit, correct?
Or market execution, because that's the next question, right?
Okay.
So let's say you look at your entry price, and your entry price, it's a buy, right? It's a buy. This is a buy. So your entry price is here, but your current price is already past it. Okay. You have to make a decision of whether or not you can it's still profitable for you to enter this trade, or if you're entering too late.
Okay.
Okay. So how do you know that? Well, yesterday, Jason Brown said that if the current price is 5 pips above or below entry price, still good to enter. That's just a gauge. All right.
Okay.
So based on that reasoning, would this be, and this is what's going to determine, this is the pip, right? This is the pip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a micro pip. The third one is a micro pip. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just.
So it's like 2 pips. No, more than that, actually. 30.
This is a micro.
Okay.
Okay. Let me move this. This is going to interfere with this. Okay, so the 7 is a micro pip and the real pip is the 3. So will this still be a good trade to get in?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because you're only 2 pips up. So you're still in the entry zone. This is still a place where you can enter. So now that we know that it's still a place we can enter, now we can ask the next question. Okay, is this a market execution or is it a pending order? Okay, so have we already passed the entry?
We haven't. Yes, we passed entry. Yes.
So if we've already passed the entry, but it's still within that 5 pips above or 5 pips below, we'll do a market execution.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to do, so this would be a market execution.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say that this is a market. Market execution. Let me write that out because I feel like that's going to be. Another term for market execution is instant execution. So either way, that's what that is, right?
Okay.
But if it's going to go up and put it up here, our entry price is 145.937 versus our current price, and our current price is 145.634, then what would it be? So you want to see, is our entry price above or below the current price?
The entry price is above the current price.
Okay. EP. CP. So this is, current price is above, or the entry price is above. So let me put a little arrow right there. I'm just happy I know how to do arrows now. I need that to be straight. Let me undo. Select. Erase. Too fast. Okay. Entry price is above. So we know this is a what? A buy, limit or sale. I mean, a buy limit or stop.
It's above, then it would be a buy stop.
Bam! Look at you.
Wow.
You didn't know, you knew all that, did you?
I did not.
But you see how that works?
Yes. Made it a lot simpler.
So, hold on, I got to take a picture of this, honey. Listen.
That's awesome.
Okay, hold on.
Writing that down too, so.
Close this. I'm like, what? Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So that's how you determine whether you're doing a pending order or a market execution, and whether it's a buy or a sell, whether it is a stop or a limit. That's how you determine that.
Wow.
And you know, you also calculated pips, right? You do know that, right?
I did.
You did. You did.
Awesome.
Okay, so let me show you what you did, right?
Okay.
So when you're calculating pips, all you're doing is subtracting. That's it. Like pips are like so easy, but we think in our mind that it's difficult. So, you know, that's why we struggle with it, right? So here we go. You took the current price, 145.955, minus the entry price, 145.937. And you said, okay, because this doesn't count, right?
Right. Those are pipettes, correct? Is that
Pipettes or micro pips. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Look at you. So then, like, if you counted it, it would be like something point something. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you do the 5 minus 3, you said, okay, well, that's 2 pips.
Oh, okay.
You said that. You said, well, that's only 2. That's 2 pips. That's a 2 pip differential. And the same thing is true. Like if you were to look at your risk from your stop loss versus your entry and from your take profit to see how much you would make.
Okay. Wow.
You didn't know, huh?
I did not know.
You didn't know you were doing it like that.
Seem so simple.
Hey, it is simple. I mean, and I remember being so overwhelmed by it, but it really is simple. It's simple. So I'm going to clear this.
Okay.
All right. Now, what we just did, let's be clear about what just happened in this session. Okay.
Okay.
So what just happened was, I'm going to type it in so we can see. You learned 1, how to identify your currency pair. Let me take this over here. I feel like we're going to go over. 2, chart time frame. 3, the pattern, and that's called a harmonic pattern.
Okay. Did that?
4, you learned how to identify I'm going to bring this into a new box. Oh, Lord. Now, I didn't ask you to copy that piece. 4, how to identify crucial information. Like what? What's the crucial information that you had to identify for your trade?
Determining if it's a buy or sell.
Buy versus sell.
Well, first you have to determine your currency price. I mean, currency pair.
Okay,
buy
we
or
got
sell.
that. Okay.
Whether it was a limit.
Okay.
Limit stop or market execution. Whether it was I think it's
Then you identified your entry price.
yeah,
Current price.
Current price.
Stop loss. Take profit. Okay. So you got all of that information.
Sell stop, sell limit. Yeah.
You got all of that, right? You learned buy stop, buy limit, sell stop, sell limit, when to enter or not, when to enter, trade or not. Girl, that's a lot of information. And we're not,
it is.
okay? So
Wow.
you just learned all of that in this time frame. And you learned what else? This is number 5. How to count pips. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the information that we've identified and we're going to learn how to put that in on your cell phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? So, hold on. I'm going to log in to the Zoom from my cell phone and I'm going to share my screen from my cell phone. Is this helping?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good. Okay, so this, oh, that looks good up there.
It
Okay.
does. Let me take a picture of it.
Hold on. Let me see. Oh, let me mouse. Okay. All right. I should have taken a picture of it. Let me screenshot this.
I don't know how to screenshot.
Okay. I got it. All right. All right. So now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go into, I'm going to clear this out.
Okay.
And we're going to go into MetaTrader 4. Let me stop sharing. So you're going to have to, did you get all the information? You wrote down all the information from the entry price, the current price, all of that, and the take profit? Did you get that information, Nikki?
I didn't get the take profit information. I got the entry price and the current price.
Okay. All right. Okay. So hold on. Let me stop sharing for a minute. Okay. So before we do it from the phone, let me do this. Let's write down the pieces of information that we need. Okay. So currency pair is what? What is the currency pair?
It is, let me go back. GBPJPY.
Okay. What type of order is it? What are we doing, buying or selling?
We're buying.
Is it a limit, stop, or market execution?
It is a stop.
Is it a stop?
Wait.
Based on the real information. Remember we said the entry price is 145.937 and the current price is 145.955. So is it a pending order or a market execution?
It's a market execution.
Okay, market execution.
Because we're only 2 pips up, correct?
That's right, that's right. What is our stop loss?
Stop loss. Let's see. Can't see that. Is that the 145634?
No. It's
Oh,
say stop at
145,58447.
Yes, that's it. Except we're only going to be able to go.
Oh,
How many spaces? Past the
decimal. The 584.
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
Take profit 1.
Okay.
Is what?
146.635.
Take profit 2 is
147,157. Yeah, 157.
And take profit 3 is
what is that? 147.995.
okay. All right. So now we have this information. Okay. I want you to write all of this information down. We're going to put the entry price in too. What's the entry price?
It was 145,937.
Okay. So now we're going to take this information and we're going to, let me capture this. Okay. We're going to take this information and we're going to use this information in MetaTrader 4. Okay. So we've got our currency pair. We're going to do a buy by market execution. Hold on one second. You've got the entry price, the stop loss, and 3 take profits to choose from, right? So here we go. I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to share from my phone.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go to MetaTrader 4. Okay. All right. So we're going to go into MetaTrader 4. I'm going to go into my demo account. You saw all my little information, girl. Listen. You know.
I didn't see a thing, I promise you, and I have an extra set of eyes on.
Okay. So you see, let me go into, okay, I'm tripping. Okay, so this is what you see, gives you your balance and everything. You go here to the quotes. If the market was live, it would be moving, right?
Right.
The numbers would be moving. So what you would do is you would find a currency pair. What's our currency pair?
Great Britain and Japanese yen.
Okay. So we're looking for GBP, JPY.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an Android or if you have an iPhone, you touch it. If you have an Android, it's going to look like this. If you have an iPhone, it's going to say trade. You're going to touch trade. So you do new order. Okay. Now we're doing a market execution. So this is fine. Now listen, let's talk about these lot sizes because we didn't talk about that. Okay. So right here, 0.01. First of all, what is this? How much is this right here? Do you know how much that is?
Is it $1?
Good, girl. You are a trader, honey. You are a trader. Yes, that's $1. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop that down. Oh, Lord, I'm doing it on the wrong thing, honey. Listen, hold on. Let me see. What did I do? Okay, so let me go on here. I forgot which device I'm on. We're going to drop it down to 10 cents. And then on the Android, your stop loss goes on the red line. What I tell people is red means what?
Stop.
Yes. So you would go here, you would touch it, back out, and then you would enter your stop loss, which is how much? What is the stop loss?
Okay. Stop loss is 145,584.
All right. And then the green means go and green means money. So your take profit goes on the green line. So what is our take profit one?
146,635.
Okay. Now we said that it's a buy and that we're going to buy by market execution. So then we would touch the buy by market. Now, of course, when we touch it, it's not going to do anything. Why? Because it is closed.
Closed. Okay.
Market closed. Okay.
Okay.
So we could not place that buy. But does that help you to understand it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Now, we're going to go back into the quotes because we're going to do it like a pending order, okay? Because we said that when we change the numbers around, and I want you to use the new numbers, when we change the numbers around, we said that it would be what kind of order with our fake numbers?
Yeah, a buy stop.
A buy stop. So we touch market execution, pulls down the pull down menu, we touch buy stop. Suddenly we've got a new area that we didn't have before, and that was price.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to enter your entry, Lord. Okay. Hold on. So you're going to enter your entry price. And what did we say our entry price was?
145.937. Oh, okay.
Is that our entry price or is that our stop loss?
Entry price 145.937. Yeah.
Okay. And then what is our stop loss?
145,584.
Okay. And then what is our take profit?
146,635.
Okay. Let's say we want to change our lot size. And let's say we want to do 0.02. We would do it like that. We would touch that touch the plus and we can do it, or we can touch it and change it there and get the keypad. Okay?
Okay.
So that's how you do that.
Wow. I did not know how to do that. Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So once you do that, you're going to do done, touch done, and then you've got it set up. Now, there's a problem. You know what the problem is?
What?
It won't execute it as a buy stop because the price here is greater than the price here. Because remember, we made up a fake price, right?
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to change our entry price so that it'll be a buy stop. And we're going to change our entry price to 1.965 because we're still 5 points away from the entry.
Okay.
And so we give ourselves a little space. Okay. So then we say next and done. And if the market were open, we would be able, let me make sure. Okay, it's got to be a bigger difference because it was, the other one was 9.7. So it has to be bigger than both of those. Okay.
Okay.
So now that it's black, that means that we can place it. So we would touch place, and then we get, of course, the market is closed. Bam. You just did a pending order.
Wow. She made it seem so simple. That's awesome.
Listen, I'm just excited. Hold on, I'm going to turn the video off on this one. I'm just excited because you get it now. Like,
yes,
that's what it's
starting
about.
To make sense.
Yes.
It's starting to make sense.
Good. I'm glad it makes sense. So you guys, what we've done is we walked through entering a trade from the Harmonic Scanner. Now, have you entered trades from Swipetrades?
Oh, no.
Okay. You want to go on and put that in real quick?
Sure.
Okay. So it's the same kind of thing. You just got to know what information to get. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was having trouble with.
Okay. That's all right. You see how my Swipetrades and my MetaTrader 4 are right there together?
Yes.
That's not an accident. So I touch my Swipetrades opens. It gives you a close for this one as well as an update. Okay. But we're going to go to one. We're going to get some. See if we can get a trade, an old trade.
And Dr. V, my new person, Tiffany, has just came in the house.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hey.
How are you, beautiful?
I'm well. How about yourself, Dr. V?
I'm amazing. Well, Tiffany, you can learn how to put in a trade from Swipetrades too.
Okay, great. I'm learning because I just watched you at the end. What did we just do with the other?
It was a buy stop, a pending order from the Harmonic Scanner.
Harmonic Scanner. Okay.
Okay. And I'll send you guys this video so you'll have it. So you can share it with people. Okay.
Thank you.
So again, what's the information that we need to have, Nikki, in order to have the necessary information to enter a trade?
The currency pairs, determine whether it's a buy or a sell, a limit, stop, or market execution, stop loss, take profit, entry price, and current price.
All right. Now, we won't have the current price on here, and because it's a pending order, we already know that, that it's the current, whatever the current price is, when we look at it in the market, it's going to determine what we do, okay? But normally, if you get a swipe trade and you put it in within a reasonable time frame, you've got enough time to get it, okay? But we're going to do the same kind of assessment that we did, all right? So, what is our currency pair?
BP, USD.
Absolutely. Great Britain pound, US dollar. Okay, so on Swipetrades, it's under symbol. Okay, so the GBP USD is our currency pair. We want to get that information. This is on a 1 hour chart, which means that it takes how long for each candlestick to form?
1 hour.
1 hour, absolutely. And then we need to know the trade type. So it tells us that it's a what?
Sell.
Sell, right? Then we've got 2 entry prices, okay? Which means that we have a range that we can enter through, right? So, Tiffany, what is entry price 1?
The entry price 1 is 1.29000.
Okay. And now we're working with GBP JPY, which only goes out 3 spaces, but with anything other than GPY, then it goes out 5 spaces. This 5th number is a what, Nikki?
Pipette.
Pipette or micro
pip.
pip, absolutely. And so to determine the pip, it's right here, this 4th number. Hold on 1 second. Hey. All right. So now, what is entry price number 2?
The entry price number 2 is 1.29320.
Very good, girl. You are smart. All right. So we know it's a sell. On Swipetrades, you only get pending orders. So it's a sell what?
Like it's a stop loss.
No. Is it going to be order type tells you whether it is.
Oh, limit. It's a limit.
It's
Yeah.
a sell limit. It's a sell limit. So what does that mean? Hold on 1 second. Okay. So it's a sell limit. Y'all, excuse me, y'all, I'm a real mama. I'm a mother of 7 and I've got 3 left at home and I get other people's kids too. Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
So, okay.
It's
a sell limit, which means that you need the price to, it's gonna do something a little different, right? So if it was a sell stop, the price would start coming down, hit the entry price and keep going, right? But with the sell stop, with the sell limit, what it's going to do is the price, the entry price is above the current price. So you need the price to go up, hit it, and go back down. That's what you're saying with the sales limit, that the price is going to go up, hit the entry price, and come back down. So there's still some movement that's going to happen. All right. So we know it's a sell limit. Now, we also need to know what our lot size is. Now, this says do 0.03. That's a 1% risk per $1,000. Let's say that you have $300 in your account. Okay. Then you want to stay at a 0.01 for conservative risk. Okay. You can increase it and do it by $50 for a greater risk. So it just depends on your risk tolerance. If you've got low risk tolerance, then, you know, you do that little 0.01, which is 10 cents, and keep it moving until you're ready to move up in your lot size and you've built your money up some, okay?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, now what is our stop loss?
1.29500.
Very good. And then our take profit
is 1.28120.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this information from Swipetrades and we're going to put it in MetaTrader 4. So there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can write all of the information down. Okay. The only thing you're not seeing right here is the take profit. All right. But you can write all the information down and then go into MetaTrader 4 and put it in, or you can copy and paste. These little symbols over here mean copy, okay? That means copy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste some of the information, okay? So it's a sell limit. I'm going to go in at, it's going to go up and come back down. I'm going to go in at the 1.2900. So I come out of this. Now you're going to understand why my Swipetrades and MetaTrader 4 are together. Touch MetaTrader 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find my currency pair. What currency pair was it?
GBP, USD.
Absolutely. So I find that, and normally the USD stuff is towards the top. If you had an Android, you're going to touch the currency pair, hit new order, and now, what are we doing? Market execution, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop.
There's a sell limit.
Sell limit, okay? You see in the middle, the price. So I'm going to touch, highlight, and paste. And that's the price. Okay?
Okay.
Then I'm going to go out of here, back into Swipetrades. I'm going to get my stop loss, come out, go in. Red line on the Android means stop for your stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
On the iPhone, it's going to say stop loss. Like, it's very simple on the iPhone. Like, it says price, stop loss, take, like all of it is right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Come back out. Ooh. Go back into Swipetrades. Get my take profit. Go back out. Go back into MetaTrader 4. Touch that. You can either touch it till you get to paste, or you can do this and type it in. I just let me copy and paste it for real, right? And then if everything is right and it's going to be able to accept it, that place will be in dark black. If it's grayed out, something's wrong. Go back and check your numbers. So I touch place. Of course, the order could not be executed because the market is closed.
Wow.
Okay? Does that make sense, you guys?
Mm-hmm. It makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's how you do Swipetrades.
She's practicing on her phone.
Oh, because I have an iPhone, so I want to see the difference.
Absolutely. You see the difference?
Yes, I do. Thank you for showing this. This is amazing.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So, ladies, hopefully this has been helpful. It's been informative, and you feel more comfortable. And that's the thing I really want to know, that you feel more comfortable with your ability to use the tools that we have in order to effectively learn to be a trader. Are y'all feeling more confident?
Yes. Now we just got to practice.
And that's the key. Practice. Practice this weekend. Just practice. Practice putting trades in and out and just doing it over and over again until you feel more comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go in Swipetrades and like pull up old trades, or in some of the leadership chats, you can see, you know, old signals that were called, and you can practice putting those in. But the key is practice. Practice makes perfect. And don't just practice today, you know, keep practicing.
Right.
Keep practicing and you'll see a difference. And if you guys need me, I am absolutely here. You know, all you got to do is reach out to me. Now, Nikki, you've got my number, you know, so I have no problem helping you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. V.
You're so welcome. And thank you, ladies, for helping me, because what you don't know, Tiffany, is you all are actually being recorded. I probably should have gotten you to sign a release before I asked you the words, right? But I am recording this, and I'm going to be able to send it to you all, but I'm going to have it so that my team members can see it as well. And so this is just something to do to help people to practice and to see and to get it. And, you know, every now and then I have these bursts of genius where, you know, the Lord will drop down, the anointing will drop down and will help me to make something really, really plain, really simple. And you guys just helped me because I realized I actually know a lot more than I really think I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, you know a lot.
Hey, listen, there's a lot still to learn, right? But at least I've learned how to use our tools. And that's really important while you're learning so that you can earn while you learn. That's really crucial.
Absolutely.
So
Awesome.
I'm going to stop recording. Hold on.